Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, to a new book series on the Spanish Language Lab channel. We're going to start a new book called Tokio ya no nos quiere. Tokyo doesn't love us anymore. This is a dark, surreal novel about memory, identity, and modern alienation. Themes that were also explored in Fight Club, our previous book series. And just like in Fight Club, this book has an unnamed narrator. This unnamed narrator also works for a company, a corporation, but not for soap. He distributes something a little more nefarious. The unnamed narrator works for a shadowy company that distributes a drug capable of erasing painful memories. Ooh, that's something I think we can all relate to. I think we've all had a memory, some past trauma, an inconvenient truth that we would like to forget about. He travels across cities and countries administering this forgetting drug to clients who want to erase trauma, guilt, or inconvenient truths. But as the narrator keeps using the drug himself, his own memories begin to fragment, and he slowly loses his grip on who he is, much like Fight Club. The novel follows his descent into emotional numbness, depression, just like Fight Club, detachment from reality, and a growing paranoia. Again, just like Fight Club. I picked this book because the themes are very similar to Fight Club, a novel and full of themes that I really, really enjoy reading about. This novel critiques consumer society where even memory and identity become disposable commodities. The style is dreamlike, fragmentary, and intimate, echoing a mix of Fight Club, Requiem for a Dream, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. All excellent movies. It's not about Tokyo itself, admittedly, despite the artwork. Rather, the title is metaphorical. Tokyo becomes a symbol for all that is lost, unreachable, or erased. That is the book that we are going to go ahead and read together. All right, let's get to it. Chapter 1. La luz de la piscina en mitad del desierto. The light in the pool in the middle of the desert. Okay, is it a mirage? There are lights. Oh, the pool. He did say, okay, the author did say pool. But I read the symbolism here. I love it. So you have the light shimmering, glimmering off the surface. I don't know if glimmering is a word. Shimmering off the surface of a pool as you sit in the middle of a desert. And when you think desert, you think void. Or when I think desert, I think void. I think dried out environment, death, being inhospitable to life. There's a sense of resignation for life, almost like you've given up on life. That's what I think about when I think the desert. So let's see what's happening here. Let's get started. No nevaba. Sí, nevaba en realidad, pero era nieve de mentira. Astur Gilberto cantaba delante de un árbol de Navidad, pero eso la nieve de mentira. Luego la canción se terminaba. Already, we're getting some heavy-handed symbolism here. So, I don't know who Astrud Gilberto is, but we're told that this Christmas tree, Arbor de Navidad, so they're singing in front of a Christmas tree, and it's snow, it's fake snow, nieve de mentira. And so I guess there's fake, like that spray can, fake snow that is sprayed on the tree. So already there's this sense of illusion, this sense of illusory experiences, which I love. Let's keep going. Desde que los periódicos dicen que el mundo se acaba, siento que las canciones son más cortas y los días más largos. He pasado por tu casa, pero me han dicho que no estabas. Me han dicho que estabas en otra parte, en Tokio. Okay, so the narrator here is speaking in the second person, just like in Fight Club, and he's addressing us. He's saying, "Hey, um, the world is saying that the world, sorry, the newspapers are saying that the world is over, it's finished, it's done. Um, and I passed by your house, and they said that you weren't there. They said that you were somewhere else. They told me you were in Tokyo." Okay, so already we're contrasting two very different environments. The desert of somewhere, presumably in the United States, we'll find out. Did he mention? Yeah, he hasn't mentioned it yet. So he's out in the desert, and then you, his friend, us, his friend, are out in Tokyo. So when you think Tokyo, you don't think of a desert. You think culture, you think technology, you think city, you think metropolitan area, you think neon lights at night. You don't think desert. So our friend here, or we, this unnamed narrator's friend, are out in Tokyo. Hace años que se fue. Eso es lo que me han dicho. No me sorprendería que fuera cierto. Already he's questioning truth. So it's been years since his friend went off to Tokyo. That's what he was told. And it wouldn't surprise him if it was actually true. Okay, so already we're questioning what is true. We're like four sentences in already. I don't know. I don't know what's true. I don't know what reality is. Maybe, could be. I wouldn't be surprised. He visto ese extraño video de la garota de Ipanema en el canal clásico. Astrud Gilberto cantando sin apenas moverse. La nieve artificial. Los daiquiris. La banda. Las señoritas alienadas junto al pequeño escenario. A small stage. Al pequeño escenario. Okay, so now we have a small stage, and we have this singer singing, and he barely moves. And we have the fake snow, the artificial snow, and then we have the little señoritas together with him, the band, La Banda, and I'm imagining like a tiny little figurines, muñecas, muñequitas. I'm imagining tiny figurines that maybe like an ornament you hang on a Christmas tree. Now, here he's describing a video. These are actual people, but the image that comes to my mind is, yeah, a little ornament. That's the description he's providing of them, anyways, as I read it. So there's a fakeness to it. Illusions. Life is just illusions. All right, let's keep going. La semana pasada, en la feria, ven, vendieron dos coches antiguos, rojos como manos. Estábamos en Phoenix, Arizona, y tu madre escribió algo en la ventana, en el cristal de la ventana, y luego lo borró antes de que pudiéramos leerlo. ¿Qué crees que hacen todos ahora que no estás? ¿Se reparten tus cosas? ¿Imitan tus gustos? ¿Deshacen tu cama? Okay, so I like this right here. In two sentences, I feel like we're already learning a lot about how this person thinks. What do you think they do when you're not here? That sounds so devious, so insidious. What do you think they're doing when you're not here? What shenanigans, what nefarious deeds are they doing when you are not here to witness them? Are they splitting up your things? Are they imitating your gestures, pretending to be you, mocking you perhaps? Do they ruin your bed? What do you think they're doing when you're not here? It sounds so sinister. En la habitación del hotel había flores de plástico. Ah, more fakeness, plastic flowers. 200 canales en la televisión. una moqueta verde con peces y todo tipo de dibujos fantásticos. Estaba cansado y los ojos se me cerraban. Así que dormí 3 o 4 horas y luego me desperté, abrí las cortinas y estuve mirando los aviones hasta que se hizo de día. Okay, so plastic flowers, more fakeness, right? I got the sense that when he was describing the video of the musicians playing, there's almost like an ornamental quality to them, like a little figurine quality. And now we're seeing plastic flowers, probably on the bed when he enters a hotel room, 200 channels on the television, and I don't know what a moqueta is, but it's green, it has fishes, and it has other fantastic drawings on it. My guess it's a bed sheet, a bed blanket, a duvet. He was really tired, so he closed his eyes, and at some point he woke up and he opened the curtains and he just watched the planes. Planes coming and going, coming and going. This reads a lot like Fight Club, right? So the main character in Fight Club, he was actually on those planes, flying from one airport to another for these are all business trips, and he noticed there's like an emptiness, a nihilistic emptiness when he was on the plane. It's just these tiny little single serving food, drinks, toothpaste, toothbrush, that sort of thing. And here we're seeing this to me reads like nihilism, right? So it's like he enters his room full of stuff, much like the main character in Fight Club entered his apartment full of stuff, IKEA furniture, plates, paintings, artwork, and so on. There is an emptiness to it. There is an attempt to mask the void that exists within in Fight Club. Here, we're being just the same. I'm reading the same thing. So we have a room in a hotel with plastic flowers. There's a fakeness, an emptiness, a lack of life to plastic flowers. 200 channels on a television, and you can just lose yourself, right? You can just lose yourself while watching television. There's an emptiness to that. Why confront life? Why confront what's happening within yourself when you can just not think across 200 channels? And he was tired. He was tired, so he just closed his eyes. And then when he woke up, he was just watching the planes go in and out, in and out. There's an emptiness I'm sensing here. Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I'm not reading this correctly, but that's what I'm picking up. Via tu madre, en fin. Okay. He keeps mentioning this guy's mom. Is he fucking this guy's mom? Because that's what I'm. It's giving fucking your mom. Let's see what happens. Vi a tu madre en Phoenix por casualidad y me dijo que deberíamos llevarte flores y yo dije que no deberíamos. Luego subí al hotel, me di un baño, me dormí un rato y después me quedé mirando los aviones. Is he autistic? What's okay? So this is the second time he's mentioned planes, 2 consecutive paragraphs. I began to think planes are a motif here. Tu madre solo apuesta a la ruleta y jura que gana. Jura que gana más de lo que juega y tiene buen aspecto para ser una mujer que ha probado suerte en 5 continentes distintos y que ahora juega sola en Phoenix, Arizona, y escribe cosas en las ventanas con el dedo y luego las borra con el puño. Buena mujer tu madre y guapa, buenas tetas también, graciosa, alegre, apuesta y gana. Así es nada. Okay, so I don't know what a puño is. Let's look that up. Puño means, oh my God, thank you, Amazon Kindle. Puño means fist. Excellent. All right, and then he goes on to say, your mom's a good woman. She's beautiful. She has great tits, tetas, tits. Graciosa, appreciative. Apuesta. What does apuesta mean? Um, bet. She bets and she wins. Así es nada. This translate sentences, I wonder. That's nothing. Ahí es nada. I say así, it's ahí. Ooh, I like this app. Okay. Okay, so what's happening here? Hmm. Okay, so our main character is in Phoenix, Arizona. I feel like he's writing someone, his friend, and he's sleeping with his friend's mom. I'm assuming they're friends. That's a pretty big assumption, don't you think? All right, so he's with this person's mom, and they're in Phoenix, Arizona, gambling, and they're fucking. All right, let's see what else is happening. A dormir otra vez, mi amor, y a mirar los aviones. Nada de flores. Buenas noches. Nada de flores. Nothing of flowers. That to me kind of reads like there's no love here. Just pure raw fucking, just raw debauchery, just raw hedonistic pleasures. There's nothing beautiful. Okay, so I think this comes back to this idea of stripping away the illusions, right? There's no illusions here of love. The flowers are plastic, don't you know? Um, and we're gambling. I mean, what more like explicit reference of debauchery and amoral, yeah, amoral symbolism of amoral behavior can you get in sex and gambling? I haven't seen anything of alcohol, um, but I'm sure it's in the cards. All right, let's keep going. A las 10 de la mañana he bajado por el periódico, pero luego me he quedado en el bar bebiendo una cerveza sin alcohol. Okay, there's the alcohol. Well, there's the beer, but without alcohol. Un hombre me ha preguntado por ti y le he dicho que estabas muerta, que habías muerto. No es verdad, claro, pero algo que hay que decir. Muerta en un accidente. ¿Un accidente de coche? No, no de coche. Okay, estabas muerta. Okay, so estabas muerta. So the person that our main character is addressing is a female. Le he dicho que estabas muerta. Right? The feminine use of the verbs here and the language, verbs and noun. Que habías muerto, that you have died. You have been dead. Um, okay, interesting. En la piscina había dos niñas iguales con bañadores iguales amarillos. Cuando una se tiraba al agua, la otra salía fuera, de forma que siempre estaba la misma niña dentro y fuera del agua al mismo tiempo. Okay, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. One more, let's break that down. This is interesting. En la piscina había dos niñas iguales con bañadores iguales amarillos. I think this means bathing suits. Swimwear, yes. Okay, so you have two women here, two girls, niñas, two girls with yellow swimming suits. When one of them would jump in the water, the other one would get out of the water in such a way where la misma niña dentro y fuera del agua al mismo tiempo. I'm a little confused here because he's saying, in a way, de forma que siempre estaba la misma niña dentro y fuera del agua al mismo tiempo. Not quite sure how to understand. So that there was always the same girl in and out of the water at the same time. So that there was always the same girl. That's a weird way of saying it, but I think I understand what he's saying. I think what he's just saying is when one would come in, the other one would get out of the water, and then they would just keep switching spots. So you would never have both girls out of the water or both girls in the water. It's kind of an odd way of phrasing it, but I understand what he's saying. A las 12 he vuelto a tumbarme en la cama, pero no me he dormido. La habitación estaba helada. En Puerto Rico pasé 3 días en una habitación aún peor. Tuve que abrir las ventanas para que entrase el calor. Esta no estaba tan fría en el casino de Puerto Rico. También vi a tu madre. Oh my God, it just sounds like one long mom joke. También vi a tu madre. Y en una de esos casinos flotantes de Nueva Orleans, ella no me vio. En Puerto Rico, en Nueva Orleans, sí. El Mississippi es marrón. No sé por qué, pero pensé que sería diferente. Ah, resulta que me llamó el abogado y me dijo que si sabía cómo encontrarte, debería encontrarte y decirte que algunos papeles necesitan urgentemente tu firma. Y yo le dije que no sabía cómo encontrarte y que además probablemente habías muerto en un accidente y eso último alarmó al abogado enormemente y preguntó, ¿un accidente de coche? Y yo simplemente le dije, no, no de coche. That's interesting. Uh, sort of rhythm in the writing. No, not from the car. I keep saying that. Okay, so what I'm picking up here is there might have been some divorce between the speaker and the woman he's addressing. Right? Lawyer, paperwork, sounds like a divorce to me. And he keeps telling her that he keeps meeting up with her mother. I'm beginning to get the sense that they don't like each other. Okay, let's keep going. Um, en Mississippi es morón porque arrastra a su paso toda esa tierra, porque es un río enérgico y nervioso, y largo y ancho y marrón. Un buen río en cualquier caso. Después de hablar con el abogado, bajé otra vez al bar y al pasar por la piscina, ni rastro de las niñas. Así que me tomé un daiquiri o un mojito o las dos cosas. Y todo empezó a mejorar tan deprisa que estuve por subir a por el bañador y celebrarlo, pero luego, no sé por qué, no le hice y seguí bebiendo hasta las 3 o las 4, hasta que alguien me propuso ir a visitar las reservas. En realidad, y me pareció buena idea porque yo no sé conducir, lo que por otra parte es casi un pecado en este país, pero sé que hay mucho que ver en Arizona. Así que al rato Estaba, estábamos en la carretera, los tres, un apache gordito y su novia. Una apache gordito y yo. Okay, so it's kind of a big paragraph. Let's see what's happening here. So he's saying in Mississippi, the river was brown because arrastra, it drags a su paso todo esa tierra. I guess the river just kicks up the dirt. But there's a lot of energy, a lot of nervousness in the river. It's wide, it's brown. It's a good river. Okay, I'm not sure what that all that means. Bañador, shower or swimsuit. Okay, pecado, sin. Okay, I got the moral reading of this correct, but I guess it's pretty over the head symbolism earlier. Okay, what does that sentence mean then? Lo, lo que por otra parte es casi un pecado en este país, pero sé que hay mucho que ver en Arizona. Lo que por otra parte, um, translate that for me. Which, on another hand, is almost a sin in this country, but I know that there is a lot to see. Okay? So what's a sin? Let's go back. Let's read all this again. Break that down. Después de hablar con el abogado, bajé otra vez al bar y al pasar por la piscina, after speaking with the lawyer another time, he went to the bar and then to the pool. Ni rastro de las niñas, without the faces of the girls. Oh my God, is that a hallucination? That reads like a hallucination. No sign of the. Oh, no sign. Okay. Uh, it reads like a hallucination, but we'll see. Así que me tomé. Yeah, what is this? A daiquiri? Daiquiri. Okay, I think it means daiquiri. Dai, daiquiri, daiquiri, or mojito. It's a daiquiri drink. Um, right here. Oops, right here. No le hice y seguí bebiendo hasta las 3 o las 4, hasta que alguien me propuso ir a visitar las reservas en realidad y me pareció buena idea porque yo no sé conducir. So he doesn't know how to drive. Okay, I'm not. All right. So he's just lounging around, man. He's just lounging around. So he had a couple of drinks. He went to the pool. No sign of these like little twin girls with a yellow swimsuit. He met someone who said, "Hey, you should go check out the reservations." And then he meets up with an Indian guy, a fat Apache, gordita, or a woman, gordita. Which, by the way, oh no, no. So a gordo con su gordita, gordito. By the way, so gordo in Spanish means fat, but when you add a little ito, it's a diminutive form of the word, and it depends how it's used. But oftentimes it's a term of endearment, like "Oh, gordito, venga aquí." "Oh, gordita, qué linda." It's something you'd only ever say to someone you know. You wouldn't say it to a stranger, but it can be a term of endearment. All right, so he's with these Apaches. Cayenta. It's a name, presumably. Oh no, it's a location. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bienvenidos a Cayenta. Muchas gracias. ¿Es usted extranjero? Sí, sí. que lo soy, extranjero del todo, al menos aquí. ¿Es usted soltero, viudo? That's a new word. Viudo, viudo, widower. Ah, so he's saying he's a widower, widowed. What? I don't. Not interested in marriage. This word is like alien to me. Widower. Okay, widower. Um. Okay. Okay. So let's take a step back and paint a picture here. So he's traveling with his ex-wife's mother, and he's banging her. I mean, he's banging her out in the middle of the desert at a hotel, drinking, sitting poolside. I mean, that's like debauchery on a whole other level, right? He's like right in the fifth, like later. He's right like in the fifth level of hell. Like all he needs is like murder, and he's well on his way to meeting Lucifer. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is now that we know a little more about our main character here, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and we'll pick up here in the next video. All right, folks, see you in the next video.